Hi, my name's David Shelton. I've got a company called Thorncross Search and Selection Limited, and I'm joined today by a chap called Jason Sharman. Jason has kindly decided to come on and talk to me about some work we've just done together for a head of manufacturing. Jason has a company called Atlas Packaging in Barnstable, that's in North Devon, and I've just, as I said, just placed somebody with him. So hot off the press, Jason's agreed to come on and just basically have a chat with me. So, hi, Jason.
Hi there. How are you? All right?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, man. Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Good. Thanks for coming on. I know you're fairly busy, should we say?
Yeah.
It's Friday though, and I thought if we did it on a Friday, I'd get you in a good mood. So
it's Cheltenham Gold Cup Friday as well, just to be clear.
Oh well, it's an hour before the race, so we'll see. You won't miss that. Don't worry. This just a couple of questions. You know, how long have you been with Atlas?
Since 1992.
Okay.
I joined as a trainee on the sales side, and actually it was at that time a strategy to break into Cornwall. So I was actually the recruited as the external sales chap to cover the Cornwall area.
Okay.
And so that was in 1992, and yeah, it's been a journey since then, really. Going through to become sales manager, sales director, and then in 2009, I was actually made up as the managing director. So yeah, 12 years in the hot seat, so to speak.
Okay. So just to recap, I approached you in terms of you didn't know me, so
Nope.
completely cold. Although I'd engaged with you through LinkedIn, and we had a conversation, and you know, I think we had another conversation 3 months later after an initial chat. And the initial chat, as I always do, it's about the future. It's not about the here and now so much. It's really about, you know, building relationships, and that's what obviously I tried to do to begin with. But then 3 months later, I called you, and I think you said to me you were about to pick up the phone to me anyway, which was great. And you had something for me to look at that point, which would have been a senior role within your business, a head of manufacturing, and I basically came down to Devon and we met. So did you have any reservations at that point about working with me? Because, you know, you don't know me, you know, and recruiters they come in all shapes and sizes. And I guess, you know, you probably have had previous experiences with recruiters, hopefully not all bad, but a lot of people have mixed reviews. So did you have any reservations about me in particular, or what were they to begin with?
Well, not reservations as such. I mean, I just, what was interesting about the initial conversations was the way that you presented. It's quite natural. I felt that you were an easy guy to talk to, straight talking. Yeah, I think just purely from that initial, or the initial conversations, it just gave me an element of confidence to think, well, you might be worth just giving an opportunity to. And as you say, it wasn't too long after the calls that one presented itself, and yeah, you were very much in mind, but you picked me to it by giving me a call beforehand. So there you go, serendipity.
Okay, there's different ways of going about things, isn't there? And I think the go-to way with a lot of recruitment businesses, I must admit, having experienced it myself, is call until the point where you just about want to tell them to politely leave you alone. And I don't really operate that way, and I hope that came across, because, you know,
yeah,
that relationship building and understanding what's at the other side. I used to be in manufacturing myself, so I understand the pressures you're under. The last thing you need is somebody calling you every 5 minutes. If there's a relationship with some trust being developed, you know, hopefully you can, from my perspective, I can rely on the fact that you'll probably pick up the phone to me, and especially now, hopefully, after what we've done together. So any reservations you had, hopefully, were put to bed anyway. So in terms of that process, what benefits have you seen from working with me? So once you started with me, we had the initial meeting, and then I went away and told you exactly what I would do. what benefits do you think, on reflection, I brought to the party?
Okay. Well, as you rightly point out, the conversation that we had, you took away a brief and you suggested that you would respond with a timetable of events. And yeah, sure enough, that you did what you said you were going to do, which is always a good start. And then no sooner that the timetable was presented than action was clearly taking place. So the confidence was a key thing for me, that I can leave the expert to do the business, knowing that it's being done efficiently and as per the initial brief and instruction. So yeah, it was just like you said right from the outset. It's about that, gaining the confidence.
Yeah,
I've got a myriad of things going on each working day. So the last thing I need to be worried about is what we're doing with recruitment. The fact that it was forthcoming and the plan was being adhered to, perfect, absolutely perfect.
You just want the burden taken away, don't you? Really, and you want the burden to be taken away, but delivered. You're paying the money. You're paying a substantial amount of money. I'm actually not as expensive as a lot of people, but you're still paying money. And just like anything in life, you pay money. As far as I'm concerned, you want the burden took away. You want a delivery against certain parameters, and that's the end of it. No shenanigans. We're dealing with human beings. I do everything to mitigate the risk and reduce any risk. But what I like to think is, and I hope this came across, is I act in a consultative way, especially at that initial meeting, because we spent quite a lot of time together, talking about various things, not just about that role. So we got on well, and we talked about the job, and we talked about your business, and I hope it came across that, I knew what I was talking about, and I could empathize with your situation and maybe give you some ideas about what might be out there which would really help you, because there's a lot of different types of people out there, isn't there? And there's a fit thing, there's a technical skills. So I'm hoping that was a big benefit. Would you agree on that?
Definitely. I think, it was really apparent. I probably didn't make that point earlier, that the fact that it was clear you got experience in manufacturing and the language that you were using, it was absolutely obvious to me that you knew your stuff and you understood from my requirements exactly the type of person that was needed. And when you actually read it back, that was essentially nailed at that point. And I'm thinking, if he can go away and find that guy, then I'll be delighted.
Well, great, because I really I pride myself on being able to add that extra bit, which a lot of people can't. So I guess ultimately then, question, would you recommend my recruitment firm to other companies? I guess through doing this, so you sort of indirectly are, but would you, I just need you to say it basically, would you recommend me to other companies?
Well, I have done, absolutely. I'll put your name forward already, so and I'd continue to do that.
That's brilliant. So, last question, can I use this in my marketing material? Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Thank you. It would have been a waste of 10 minutes if you hadn't said that.
No problem at all.
Jason, appreciate your time. You've only got 52 minutes for the race, so if you are going to be doing that somewhere in the factory, I'm sure that you won't be, based on it's Friday. You've got plenty more things to do than watch a horse race. But anyway, thanks for your time, much appreciated, and speak soon.
Yeah, magic.
Thanks. Cheers, Jason.